So this is Tomer. I'm just, like I said, I'm just doing quick video things so you can, for a few things that you may not get from looking at the way the tracks are laid out. So Tomer, lots of good shit. As usual, if the gap's there and there's no extra bass track, that just means it wasn't tight enough. And again, everything needs to be super tight, like especially the verses. The verses like need to be literally every note just perfect, because the bass is really kind of the forefront. It has to be perfect. So anyway, when it comes to the bass, there is one thing, all the times where in the verse where it's, you just, I don't even think you're playing the right notes, and if you are, it's just nowhere near clean enough. I mean, the bass really needs to fill that in, because the guitar's going, and the knee, in the middle section, fucking of the two times it happens in the verses, the bass needs to go. You need to be able to hear it, and it's absolutely doable, because I did it with the bass on the, it's just, it's hit 5, hit 3, slide down to 1. That needs to be clear as fuck, because it's backing that whole. It sounds shitty unless the bass is like really fucking full. That's kind of like totally part of the concept of it all. So that, and then he just goes to the middle section. I mean, there's gaps of some tightness things, but I think that's the only thing as far as things that I need to explain. When it goes to the whole, the reason that's a lot of that's taken out. It's not that but the way you were hitting the dead part, you were making a note, and there shouldn't be any note. Sorry, I know you can't see my eyes, but I'm kind of in an awkward spot here, with this fucking phone. But when you're doing it, especially on the higher part, it's only on the higher part, and then it happens again later in a different way. But your dead part was you're hitting a note. You're somehow fretting a note, and you can hear it. It's like a, which is whatever that note is what it is. Doesn't matter. I think it is. I don't remember. Whatever. Regardless, it needs to be not a. It was kind of like a. I know you weren't doing it on purpose, or maybe it was probably an open note, probably, or something like that. But it's got to no note value at all, just a noise. That whole thing you were doing some weird, or not weird, but just you were hitting a note. And so yeah. My landlord's looking at me outside through the window, a little awkward. Anyway, so you do that, and then when it gets heavier, sorry about these, like walking around and looking at me. When it gets heavier, it was good for a while, and it's just about the tightness. I don't know, I might have taken one or two that the hits have to be right on. I think you got most of them pretty damn tight. I don't really remember exactly, but it's all visually there. Yeah, you did most of it really tight. And then later, when it gets to the heaviest part, you start losing it again, and it starts being really like all the dead chords, all that. Towards the end, where you can see it visually, like you started doing it really open and getting all this like kind of echo, or like, I don't know, the strings ringing, and it needs to be like you were doing it nice and tight earlier, and then it gets kind of just open and not nearly as tight and heavy sounding. And I think it's got to just be this. The guitar is keeping the exact, other than the first higher part. Once it goes down, it's virtually, it's a little change, because not every note's the exact same, but it's that same type of sound the whole entire time. It doesn't get like progressively like different. It should be pretty much right on the whole time. So that, and then let's see. As far as anything else, I think it's just, yeah. So then the rest I think is all pretty self-explanatory. It's just about tightness. If there's a gap and there's no bass line, it means that it wasn't tight enough with the drums, pretty much. Yeah. So that's it. I think that's it for that one. But